Howdy folks, it is Diecast Buffet here again. Welcome back to Nascar 06 Career Mode. So, it has been a very interesting month for Roush. We won at Dover, we had an upset winner at Dodge Raceway, and then Kenseth gets his first win of the year. All three of the Roushketeers top four, and now they're going to take this the war wagon over down to Milwaukee for some more one-off Busch Series racing. And look at that! Points leader Greg Biffle, another Roush guy, wins freaking Michigan. I'm telling you, we're leading the points in the Busch. We are. Craven in the trucks, which is the Roush truck team, he's leading the points there. And Greg Biffle in the Nextel Cup Series, he's leading the points there. I mean, it could not be better for the Roushketeers. Unbelievable season. Alrighty, folks, so you just seen who won the truck race. Ricky Craven, another Roush driver. I mean, they're just winning everything at this point, guys. So, we qualified on the pole for Milwaukee. Let's see how this one goes. Alright. Edwards is on the outside. Let's not destroy him, right? We don't want to take out our teammate, so if he passes us, so be it. We just want to keep the car on the bottom, take care of the car. I don't know how tight it's going to be in the apex here. It's one thing to race in qualifying, and it's one thing to race in the actual event. You know, in qualifying, you have no one around you. You can dive deeper in the corner, but when you got cars on track, you're not able to. And my main thing today, points. Lead a lap, lead the most laps, I don't care. Just try to get some points. Keep stacking them chips. But the biggest difference that's going to happen tonight at Milwaukee is going to be the pit sequence. When do you pit, and does the caution brew? Because if the caution brews, then you can pretty much take everyone in contention and throw them out. Because anything goes. It looks like we got the best car running tonight. Yaley is, I feel like, kind of holding everyone up. I think Edwards probably would be better than JJ Yaley. Yaley's running second. But you never know. Lap 3 out of 20. These short tracks, man, we won so many of them last year. I mean, we were just clocking them wins. Trying to get that prestige point so we could get a top-tier Busch ride. And, I mean, it is incredible. The 2009 season has been across the board, and I'm just hoping we can get a cup ride soon, a Nextel Cup ride. And I think about it, and I'm trying to realistically think, what team would offer us the contract? It's probably going to be one of the fancy cars, right? But it has to be a Ford. If it's not a Ford, then we can't do it. Because we're racing for the big Ford camp. They're not going to allow someone, their developmental driver, winning races and all that stuff, to go drive for, go drive a Dodge Charger and a small Busch team or Cup team. So essentially, even though we might get a Nextel Cup Series contract offer, we might not be able to take it. So, which realistically is probably the best case scenario, because it's probably going to be so bad at most of the racetracks. Like, even if it was a Ford manufacturer deal, I would not run every Nextel Cup race. I would only run several of them, like road courses, if those were available, which we're almost done with the road course portion of the season in a few months. I would run plate track. No, I would not run plate track. Take that back. The cars run horrible at plate tracks if you're not a top-tier ride. But short tracks, the Martinsvilles, maybe the Bristols, Richmonds, tracks like that, where the equipment, it's weird, like, the worse your equipment, the better you run, or your best chances at short tracks. It's not the big tracks where you have not taper spacers, but, oh, what the heck am I doing? Just botched the whole corner. Oh no, Yaley's there. But where you have restrictor plates and all that type of stuff. So my point is that even if we did get the contract, we would not run a bunch of races, because the car would probably be awful at like Texas, Atlanta, Charlotte. It'd be better off just running a few short track races and then waiting to the next season, which would be 2010. This is the final year of the decade. And then potentially getting, a smaller Ford team. Like, I would love to drive for the Wood Brothers. I think that would be cool. Like, be a rookie for the Wood Brothers. That would be really cool. There's another small Ford team. I can't remember the name of it. Let's see, is it, I think it's PPC Racing. I think it's John Andretti's team. That would be a fun team to drive for, you know, do like a small season with. You know, that'd be really fun. But you never know. You never know. I've been surprised in this game before. You'll get like a contract from like Hendrick Motorsports or something. Like, what? And obviously, we can't go with Hendrick because we're a Roush Couture. And coming up on the halfway point here tonight at Milwaukee. Pit stops already underway. When do you pick? I mean, our tires are really good right now. Even if they blink yellow, they feel fantastic. And we fell back to J.J. Yaley's bumper. And look at us now. We're already cooking away. Clearly the best car in the show. My honest theory here is to run long. For two reasons. One, to minimize the lap sled that whoever behind me may get. But to also protect us from a potential caution. Because if we give up a second by running long, big deal, right? I don't want to get caught by a caution and finish 30th because I got too greedy and wanted to gain time on the competition by pitting early. I feel like this is one of those events where you need to hedge your bets, run long, which will probably pit this time. Edwards is in now. They're going to gain some track position on us. I know that. But my thing is I don't want to get burned by a caution and we finished 30th when we clearly were smoking the whole show the whole night. So this is one of those things. I'm okay giving up some track position here. I'm probably going to pit here because it's going to show up red probably right after we pass pit road. This pit road is redonkulous, by the way. I mean, easiest, the worst pit road in NASCAR. Like it is so dangerous because you have to pretty much stop off turn 4, make a sharp, like, highway exit. I can just only imagine how easy it is for someone to run in the back of you. If they ever were to have a NASCAR Cup Series race here, I would imagine that whole pit road there. I'm sure the track's changed a bunch over the years because they still run, or they still ran IndyCar races around this time, and rumors are supposed to be running IndyCar again, maybe. I don't know at the time of this video. Truck Series running there. But my point is that whole pit road entrance needs to be reconfigured because that is dangerous as biff. Whoa, don't spin out. That would end the race for us. So we're 6th place here. Edwards gained time on us, yes, but we're faster than him. I mean, we pulled away from like 1.8 seconds. We avoided the potential of a caution. This should be for the race win. Hopefully. Potentially. Maybe. I don't know. So let's see. Yeah, there's Yaley. And this should be for the race win. So you might be thinking, that was really stupid giving up a little track position. Hey, we haven't seen a caution brew during the pit sequence in a while. So this is either going to be a really dumb decision or a really good decision. I don't know, but I'm just sometimes, man, I'd rather be a little bit safe. Because I've had that happen where I'd go to like Dodge Raceway on a previous playthrough. This was a decade ago. And I'd be racing hard with Clint Boyer. Caution comes out. Bam! Lose the race. I don't care if you had the field by like 20 seconds almost, it felt like. If that yellow brews when you're a lap down during the pit sequence, you're cooked. And, well, it looks like Edwards has actually made his car better, that's for sure. So, we might not win this one, but it's okay. Sometimes you're the bat, sometimes you're the ball. Clearly we're the best car in show, but not always the best car will win the race. We should be able to get around Kenseth here. If I have to, I'll tell him to get out of my way. I mean, we're gaining on Edwards. I don't think we'll have enough laps led. I didn't think about the potential of, hey, we're pitting a little later, so it might be less opportunity. I got to get around Kenseth quickly, though. I don't want to hit him. I want to race him clean, but if he blocks me, hey, I will. I'm not going to Ty Gibbs you, but, you know, it does him no good to block me. I mean, we're top 3 in points. He's like 500, 600 points out for the championship. He's pretty much just going for trophies at this point. Edwards and I are the true championship contenders this year. I'm trying to catch him. Just, dang it, man. Probably let this one get away. But you know what? I've been on the right side of those calls before. I've been on the wrong side of those calls before. I mean, think about our first ever truck race. We were going to finish like 30th, and a miracle caution came out at the perfect time and allowed us to be able to get a bunch of trucks a lap down. We finished like 7th in our truck debut. And then was it 2 seasons following at Phoenix, we needed a miracle to get into a position to race for the championship. We were like 80 points out. A caution came out the perfect time to allow us to gain a bunch of points on the race leader, or points leader. So, anything can happen. White flag here at Milwaukee. Can we get around Edwards for the win? Oh, boy. Fellas, how bad do you want it? I want it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes, go, man. Go, go, go. Tight off the corner, but it's going to be okay. Wow. That is awesome. I got to be honest with you. I did not think that was going to work at the end. I thought I was like, wow, I just threw away a win. I look like a jabroni. And somehow, by the grace of God, we just had enough speed to edge Edwards. And we did it cleanly, too. We didn't destroy him. How do you reverse it? We did not destroy him. Also, take a look at this in the top left. This is a game that was largely programmed in 2004 and 2005. I don't know if you can see it, but you see that lap count is the top number on the left? 20 lap race. Number 9, first. Number 60, second. Number 17, third. Now think about that for a second. A game that was programmed in 2005. They took the time to program the infield scoring pylon that you almost never see with all the different numbers in the Busch series. And to add even more to that, they added a third digit to it, which is usually not present at the racetracks. They added a third digit to it for the 3-digit cars. So if you won the race in the 137 car, it'll show 137. My point is, the amount of detail EA used to put in these NASCAR games is incredible. It's just like the diecast market, guys. The detail used to be like nuclear, brother. I don't think it gets better than this. I mean, 1, 2, 3, a clean, hard-fought finish at the end with Edwards. That was fun. I gotta admit, that was a lot of fun. I didn't think we were gonna get Edwards. I thought, okay, 1.2 back, 4 laps to go. I look like an idiot, giving up that time on the pit sequence, but it actually worked out. We prepared for a potential caution. We had enough time to get to the end, and look at this, man. Edwards over there hanging out with us in victory lane. It's a good time to be in the Roush camp. Oh boy, let's see what's happening here. Wait.
Hey, what's going on?
Okay, cool. So we got good standing, so he's happy with that. Alright, fellas, so that is it for the June month. We're going to head out to Daytona. Next episode, you're not going to want to miss that. Underneath the Lights. Going to be a buttload of fun. And after that, just in case you're curious, we're going to go to Chicagoland, New Hampshire, and UPS. So the next 3 races, we're going to see the Tony Stewarts, the Kyle Busches of the world. It's going to be interesting. And look at this, man. We entered the 3-race, I would say, one-off stretch. When I say one-off, it's the fantasy tracks, the Cup Series. The big Cup Series drivers are not programmed to go run all of those races. You still see Edwards and X, Y, and Z, but you don't see all of them. My point is, we were like 180 points, give or take, entering it. 3 races later, we come out 180 points. That's pretty good. And you look at the gap, I mean, just 10th place is 800, nearly 900 points out. Greg Biffle's the points leader there. Riley there. Craven, another Roush driver. And I'm going to end the video on this. I'm curious, what is the best truck team we could buy? Man, we could almost buy the Roush Racing truck team. We could buy Bill Davis's truck team. We could. That should be another Ford team, PPC Racing, because they run a Ford in the Busch and Nextel Cup. We're still a mile away from a Cup team, which I would love to. I would love to take a small Cup team and make it into something. But I want to look at this just kind of, planning for the future, so to speak. And we're going to look at the real Cup teams. That's a Chevy, Dodge. That's a Ford. That's a Dodge. That's Dodge. I think they're Dodge as well. I don't know what the Biff they are. And then you have, what is that? Obviously Dodge, Ford, Chevy, Ford. Okay, so what my point is that I'm trying to see how many Ford teams realistically that are not fantasy cars that we have. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's like 4 fantasy cup teams that we could potentially drive for. So that does limit our options a lot, to be honest with you. But that's okay. 25,000 points away from a prestige upgrade, which should really help us with getting a Cup Series contract. So that's all for now. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Diecast Buffet signing off.